welcome to my channel. I'm Angelic Alchemy, and this is Unmasking Spiritual Deception, Liberation from Witchcraft and Narcissism. So this is going to be episode 7. I did an episode in honor of my daughter's late father, just a short video describing my experience with him and my experience with giving out love that I didn't feel like I got back at the time, and how I feel like it comes back in a different form. But I have the video on private temporarily, simply because there is certain information in the video, and I don't necessarily want some of the stalkers that stalk my every move to hear it and then try and sabotage it for me. So I felt it best to just hold off on making that public for the time being, while I'm still having a bunch of lunatics to plot on me and figure out how they're going to make my life more miserable so they can, So anyways, so this will be episode 7, and as soon as I am led to, I will make episode 6 available. This episode is going to be about how we as chosen ones, earth angels, divine beings, we are obviously built different. We have something inside us which is very obviously different than others around us. And that something is meant to drive us, to push us forward, to propel us to our path, our destiny, And sometimes that can be confusing, but it always, just comes down to it's trying to pull us forward, because we're supposed to be on our path. We're supposed to come here and heal people and help people. And the sooner we get on our destined path, the sooner that we can do that. So, and just our souls, the way that we're built in general, we will always feel this pull towards more, just towards doing more, towards being more, towards improving. That's what we're supposed to do. It's what we're meant to do. We are meant to come down and be a light and show others the way, show others how to do things the right way. And even though a lot of people don't like that and they project onto us and they take that as we think we're better than other people, or whatever the case is, they think we're stuck up and looking down on whatever kind of internal stuff they got going on that they like to try and put on us that is irrelevant. We are here to be a light, to lead and be an example. And whoever doesn't like that is too bad, because that's what it is. God makes the rules, not us. Sometimes I don't like it either, to be honest, but we just made to keep going. Like, we can't stop. We won't stop. I've said quite often that there's something inside of me where I knew that I could not ever take my own life, even when I had so many people trying to make that happen at the same time. And partially it's I have children and I would never leave them, but there's another part too. So I don't even know if I didn't have children that would change. I think that is a very good possibility that I would still feel the same, even if I wanted to take myself out. Something in me won't let me. It won't allow me. And just like that same something, which I believe to be the Holy Spirit, will not let us quit either. We won't quit. We can't settle, not for long at least. Our souls won't let us. We will get screamed at by our soul and our intuition, like, you are meant for more. You need more. You deserve more. And no matter what anybody's telling you, even the voices in your head sometimes, you know that you're meant for more and that you need to keep going until you get it. And a lot of people don't understand that, because if you don't have that in you, then you will be like these other people, the ones that we're supposed to show the way, the ones that attack us, the ones that try and destiny swap with us and unalive us and siphon our energy and all that. They don't understand that, because they will settle. You know what I'm saying? So it's completely different. We are not the same at all. If we're not happy and we're not fulfilled, then we know that there's more for us, because God has promised us more, and that's what we're going to get. If God says it, we're getting it. So that fact alone will keep us going. Why are you going to settle in a situation that is okay, but mostly you're miserable, when you know that there's more if you just go get it? Like, nobody in their right mind would do that. You know what I'm saying? The vision in my head of what would be my perfect life or a happy life, and most of that doesn't involve any kind of like financial status or being rich or anything, which of course I would love, and that would be part of my perfect life. But when I try and think about what I would want more than anything in the world, what I see doesn't really involve money. Although I know that it would come along with it, just now understanding how the universe works. I want a love and a family where we have each other's back no matter what, where it's us against the world if it has to be. But we aren't selfish and we don't need to keep to ourselves. We communicate with other people. We might have friends, a community of people that are like-minded, trustworthy, and have some kind of character that holds weight. They have morals and values that align with ours, that kind of thing. But mostly love. I mean, whether people admit it or not, it's what we all want. We all want to be loved. We all want somebody to love and appreciate us, and that we can love and appreciate back. We all want that person that we are so in love with that we don't want anybody else, and that they feel the same way about us. That you don't have to question if they're loyal because they show you all the time how in love with you they are. You don't have to question if they're being honest because they're always honest with you. Everything they do, they tell you, and everything you do, you tell them, and you guys work together. You're two parts to one machine. And especially when you are divine counterparts and when you could partner with God, that makes anything possible. Literally anything. And that's all I've ever wanted. I thought I had it for a while. I think I did, really, for a short period of time. And during that time, God showed me a few visions of my future, which I would have thought I would have already gotten to, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. But it was beautiful, and there was nothing associated money. The first 2 times, it was this beautiful house that was on a lake or some kind of body of water. Me and my counterpart and my children, we were there, we were playing and laughing, and me and my counterpart were holding each other and just looking at what we had done with our lives. And we were happy. And I remember I cried, like happy tears both times when I was shown these. And I haven't cried because I've been happy very many times. It's happened a few times, but it's rare. And the third time, later on, this was actually within the last year, I saw a vision of us, and this time there was money involved. I had a very nice vehicle, and we pulled up to this very big house, which was ours, and there was another very nice vehicle, which I'm sure would have been my counterparts, and me and my girls had just come back from shopping, and we walked in the house, and my counterpart was in the pool, and when I bent down to give him a kiss, say hi to him, he pulled me in the pool, and I kind of laughed, and I was like, "You ruined my dress," or whatever, and he was like, "Oh well, we'll just buy another one, we're rich now," something to that effect. And my girls were laughing and having fun, and the atmosphere was just love. And of course it was great to be like, "Oh look, finally some money," but that's not the most important thing, obviously. The most important thing is having real connections with people, really being able to trust somebody and work together, because if you're going to be successful in life, you need to partner up with somebody. Now, of course, God can take you on your own journey and do whatever he wants and just raise you up, but in all reality, if you're trying to build an empire, you need a king to your queen or a queen to your king, but it has to be the right person or you will not get anything, and if you do get it, it will crumble because it will be built on a faulty foundation. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, I can't settle. And these people who have been attacking me so hard, these people who sure that I was going to be an easy target because I was just weak, because I was nice and a genuine heart and all that, these people, their whole plan was betting on the fact that I would settle, because they wanted me to think that I couldn't do, sorry, throat chakra, that I couldn't do any better than what I was doing. That is the whole point. It's illusions. They cast illusions. They do this magic and whatever they do, it's energy manipulation. They try to put thoughts into your head, and they manipulate scenarios that make you think that it doesn't matter how hard you try, that you can't get anywhere, that you'll never get any better. This is as good as it gets for you, because whatever you do, it doesn't work, because you go for so long. Like in my case, this was years of like everything I tried would not work. Everything that I did, it just didn't work. And I've never had that problem. I've always been a go-getter. I've always been a hard worker. If I wanted something, I would work and do whatever I have to do until I get it. And it might take a while, but eventually I would get it every time, without a doubt. And I was very confident in this fact. Not cocky, never. I've never been like cocky. I've always toned my light down in front of others, if anything. And people still take it like, oh, she's just showing off, and oh, she just thinks that she's better than us. Like, they have no fucking idea. They couldn't even handle the full me. Like at full capacity, they couldn't handle it. They would lose it. You know what I'm saying? Because they saw this watered down version of me, and they still viewed that as superior to a point where they had to join together and attack me. Okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they couldn't even handle me at full capacity, me at full volume. They'd go deaf. They'd go blind. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just couldn't do it. So they needed me to settle. They had this whole plan where this person is taking my crown. My crown is my spiritual ranking, basically, but my crown is attached to my wealth, is attached to my purpose, and it's attached to everything that I desire and everything that's meant for me in this life because of the past life work that I've done, because my soul is experienced, my soul is high ranking, and because of that, I have earned certain blessings, and they are to come to me in this life. It is destined. That's why it's fate. So these people are trying to destiny swap. In essence, they're trying to take your crown and put it on and think that they can just walk around and be you. But that's not how it works, because you're still you. And even though they took your crown and temporarily they're attracting what you're supposed to be attracting, and they're doing all this work to knock you down at the same time because they want you to stay hidden so they can keep walking around like they're you. But the thing is the crown isn't what makes you you. You get the crown because of who you are. So that is one very big misconception, and that is why they all are about to get fucked up. And I mean bad, real bad. Because of who I am is why I get the crown and why I get the marriage and the blessings and the wealth and the status and whatever. I am here to help others. I am here to lead and show others the way, the correct way. That is my purpose, and that is why I get the crown. So you can't just take the crown and then get all the blessings and all that, because you're not going to do the right things with them. You didn't do the work to sustain that. You are not a high level soul that could take that stuff, those blessings and all the things that are attached to that crown, and use it for good to help others. That is the whole point. These people are sick. They need help. So God sends us down to help them. And instead of taking our advice and learning from us so they can heal, help themselves, and get to that level themselves, they attack us. They're fools. They're like, we came down here to heal you, you fools, and you attack us. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyways, this is the energy of the fool in reverse. This is the fool in reverse, okay? This isn't the fool, start of the tarot where you're going on your journey. No, this fool is about to get a tower because he was playing with the devil. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm referring to the fool, I'm referring to each and every person who had a part in stealing my crown or trying to. Every single person who attacked me, every single person who had anything to do with attacking a divine being or was associated with it or knew about it and did nothing, they will get what's coming to them. And it's coming now. This full moon is going to be super fun for some people, and others not so much. They have cast out their spell work, just like they do every other moon cycle. They do their spells, they do their rituals, their voodoo, their hoodoo, their Santeria, they get their little voodoo dolls, whatever they're doing, going in the cemetery at night, doing all sorts of weird shit with dead bodies, okay? When you do stuff for the devil, you have to defile yourself. He makes you do gross things. The stories that I've heard what these people do, it's enough to make you throw up in your mouth. Like, it's not something that a normal, sane person would ever take part in, okay? So they do whatever it is that they do. They send out all this magic on the new moon, and then they wait for it to cultivate, and on the full moon, it comes back. It's supposed to come back. They're supposed to get a return, right? And in the past, when they were attacking us, and we didn't know what was going on, okay, they would do that, and then the full moon would come, and they would get something back. And it would, whatever that was, in whatever way, it would benefit them, and it would drain us, and we would have more problems and more, because they're taking our good karma and putting their bad karma on us, basically, in whatever way that is. So, but that was in the past. That was when you're not aware of what's going on. Fast forward to now, we are consciously aware of what's going on. We have elevated, we have raised our vibration, we've done all sorts of things. We know what's going on. We know what they're doing before they even do it. And we definitely know what they're doing, when they're doing it. And we already know what's going to happen afterwards, okay? We are now back to the playing field that we're supposed to be on. We're tapped in, we know. Okay, so this time, when they send out this magic, and here comes the full moon, and they're just waiting, biting their fingernails, and nothing happens. Uh-oh. We didn't get anything. What does that mean? that means that whatever they were trying to get, they didn't get. So that means that the person they're trying to get it from is getting it. And whatever they sent out, meaning death magic and all sorts of spells meant to harm and, delay and whatever, that didn't hit that person that they're watching with their biting their nails. So where do you think that's going to go? Back to them. These people know what they sent out. They know what they've sent out, and they see that you're still alive, and they are fucking scared. And they should be. They should be. Because they know that if they got what they sent to you, they'd be dead. They know that other people, when they got what they sent to you, they would be dead or they died. Okay, because these people didn't pick you for the first time to do this. This isn't the first time that they've attacked somebody and tried to humiliation ritual them and then shame them into just not doing anything with their life so they could siphon their energy and just drain them. And you're not the first one, okay? This isn't their first rodeo. They know what time it is, okay? So they also know if you're still alive and these other people weren't, or if you're still going and these other people couldn't, then that is not good for them, is it? No, it's not. And that is exactly what is about to happen. And I don't know, God's just milking the suspense at this point, because I know they're sitting on the edge of their seats and we're all just come on, can we please get the show on the road? That's how I feel. Can we please? I want my shit back and I want these people to go. I don't wish suffering on anybody, but these people have what's coming to them, okay? They did the most. Over and over and over, day after day, month after month, year after year, trying to ruin somebody's life who did absolutely nothing to them, that was just existing and being their authentic self and trying to be as nice as they can and do as good as they could, and in the situations that they were put in, which were really shitty, by the way, and nobody else would have done as good as we did in the situations that we were in, because the sole reason that we were victorious through those is God. It's always God. These people just are so clueless. But because of the fact that they have attacked us so heavily and that we have survived and thrived through that, through us, they will meet God. They will see God. Some of them will see God for the first time through us, because these people could not have believed in God and kept doing the things that they were doing, because they would have been convicted. They would have known better. They would have known we shouldn't do this because this isn't going to turn out good for us. The only way that somebody would not believe that is because they have to not believe in God. So because of that, our walk, our testimony will show them God. We survived what nobody could because of God. We will now thrive and be risen, and they will have to watch us get everything that they took from us and more. As they lose everything that they built on our energy, they will watch that and they will see God through us. And that is the whole point. That is the point. And we are the type of people, us as divine beings, we are not going to sit there and point and laugh and say, ha ha, you get what you deserve, even though these people were doing that to us when we didn't deserve it, when they were the ones inflicting the pain and then pointing and laughing, okay? We are nothing like them. And that is why we get the crown. That's why they don't. And that is why they cannot just take it off of our head and then wear it around and think that it makes them us, because it does not. It is a complete black and white. That is a complete night and day. That is two different things. That's two whole different universes. No, we're not the same. You and I are not the same. You judge people. You laugh at them. You put them down. You step on them when you get the chance. And you attempt to make people look like they're worse than they are, to make you look like you're better than you are, because you are too lazy to actually do the work. We are not the same at all. And that is why I am worthy. That is why I get the crown. And that is why I get all the blessings that come around with it. And these people will do well to remember that when they watch us get everything that we said we're going to get. When they watch us get the relationship that they tried to steal from us. When they watch us get the money that they tried and did steal from us. When they watch us get the status, the power, all of it. Every single thing that they wanted, we will get. And they will watch. And we will show them how it's done. We will show them how you take those things and how you use them with morals, decency, respect, and with guidance from God. And they might learn something. They should probably take some notes if they were smart. But if they were smart, they wouldn't be attacking us in the first place. So maybe they'll use this as an opportunity, gain some insight in how things actually work in life. Or maybe they'll have to come back next lifetime and do it again. I don't know. That's up to them and God. That has nothing to do with us. But what I do know is we are about to get everything that we deserve. And we deserve a lot. We have put in the work, okay? I know I can speak for myself, and anybody who else is in this collective, I'm sure can resonate. We have done so much work, but it is all inside. It's behind closed doors. It's not seen, and it will not be acknowledged until this point comes, until everyone is forced to see us for who we are. Then all of the work that we have done, everything will become apparent. It will be undeniable how far we've come, how much work we've put in, how hard we worked, and how much work we must have put in to get from the point where we were to where we are now. Okay. We didn't get it handed to us. Never. Not once. Because these people seem to like talk themselves into thinking in their crazy little heads, oh, everything's so easy for them. Everything's just handed to them. They don't have to do any work. They're so lucky. Being completely ignorant to the fact that we are not just lucky. We do the work and we get the results. Okay. The reason that we have favor or things work out for us when they do is because we make the proper decisions. We consciously make an effort to go towards the light, to go on our righteous path, and to be better than we were the day before. Even if it's just in little ways, one argument at a time, one conversation at a time, 1 minute at a time, we put in the work. We're not scared to work. We're not lazy. We're not lazy souls. We will do the work, and then we will receive the rewards for it. And they put us under all this witchcraft and this spiritual warfare for so long because we do the work and then we don't get anything back. We do the work and we don't get anything back. And it's very disheartening, and it can put you in a lower vibrational state of depression and just confusion. And that is when you're susceptible to their spells and their witchcraft. And then they continue with these attacks. This is a whole strategic operation. And if you don't know what you're dealing with, it is hell, and it can make you want to give up. But when you are a divine being, when you work for God, you have a connection to God, you can't settle. You can't give up. He won't let you. Whatever is inside you, your anointing, the Holy Spirit that resides inside you, will not let you quit, and it will not let you settle. That's what these people just refuse to understand. They don't get it because they're not like that. They will quit. They will settle. They will take shortcuts. They will take the lazy way out. Okay. That is the difference between us. That is why we are worthy of the crown and they are not. And eventually they will be forced to see it. They're stubborn, so it takes years apparently, and just doing the wrong thing over and over and over until you're so screwed that you have nothing or nobody. And that is how you will be brought to God. And whether you want it to be a short experience or a long experience, an easy experience or a hard experience, or if you want to fight it the whole way, year after year, until God has to sit you down and take everything from you, He will do that. Okay, so it's up to you. It's like when you do something wrong, you learn your lesson. Are you going to do the right thing next time? Or are you going to do the wrong thing again? You can keep going wrong and wrong and wrong. Eventually, you will be forced to atone for all that you've done. You will have to take accountability for every single thing that you've done. And if you don't understand that, ignorance is not going to save you. It's just going to make it worse. You're just putting off the inevitable and you're making it worse, because every time you put it off, it's building interest. And that interest is an ass whooping. Okay, so the bigger the interest, the more interest you have, the bigger the ass whooping you're going to get from the universe. But either way, you're going to get beaten by the universe until you understand, until you think and see clearly enough to make the right decisions. And that's just the way it is. And you can't make anybody believe that. That's God's job. But you can step into your purpose. You can walk your walk and share your testimony. And that is how people will see God through you. So this shit isn't fun for anybody. None of us likes this. We don't like being attacked 24/7. We don't like having to fight and fight and fight just to keep what's ours and then not even receiving it yet. Still waiting for it, even though you know what I mean? Like, this isn't fun. I refuse to believe that I chose this. Like, I had to be, asked. The Most High had to, ask me, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't like, yeah, let me go. Like, I don't think I did, but, that's up for debate, I guess. These people are lost. They're lost. And we have to do our best to understand who they are, which is lost, what they are, which is demons at this point, and what their purpose is and what our purpose is. And not to look at them as humans that can think and act rationally like we can, because they have proven at this point that they cannot. They are not of a sound mind where they can make proper decisions and be trusted around you. We have to maintain boundaries with these people, as in zero contact with most of them. Like, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. I would prefer if you didn't think about me. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is right now. So, but anytime that we hold on to these people, we hold on to people that aren't good for us, it's to our own detriment. So no matter who somebody is, if you are constantly coming up with problem after problem, adversity just after adversity, just no matter what, you just can't get ahead. Look at who you're connected to. Who are you talking to? Who are you sharing your energy with? Because there's a leak somewhere, whether they realize it or not. People can be used as monitoring spirits and not even know it. If somebody does not have the Holy Spirit with them in them, they are not living a righteous lifestyle. They don't have a honest search for the truth. They don't want to know the truth. They just want to be right. That kind of thing. Those people are dangerous to you because the enemy will use them, and the enemy will use people who use them to harm you. And if they're passive, as in like, I don't really know how I feel about this, they will be used to attack you. Point blank period. You need warriors around you. And if you don't know any, be by yourself. That's it. Because these people are the problem. These people are where your problems are. These people are who have been draining you, who have been attacking you. And I don't care if it's your family, your friends, your spouse, your children, whoever. Okay. I mean, obviously if your children are little and you need to take care of them, it's not them. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about adult children. This is war. And whether people want to look at it like that, it's what it is. But when you are a divine being, when you are a chosen one, you will win the war. You might lose a few battles and you will definitely take hits. We're going to take hit after hit after hit after hit. Like, you just get used to it eventually. It sucks, but it is what it is. But the reason that we can take hit after hit after hit is because we know that we won the war. Even though everybody else hasn't seen it yet, we already know we won. They cannot defeat us. They cannot. And the longer that they try and fight it, the worse they make it on themselves. But that doesn't change the end result, which is we win. We win the war, and they will lose everything. And hopefully some of them will be brought to God. But if not, they can come back next time and do this all over again. And hopefully they'll do it a little bit better. Okay? This is hard. This is not for the weak. This is the hardest. This is the hardest of the hard. This is the big boss. Okay? That's where we're at right now. That's what I feel like. Like the big boss in the video game, the one that you try over and over and over and over to beat, but people might give up on the game, just not play it anymore. But then the other people will keep doing it until they figure out the right strategy, until they win, because they can't give up. You can't beat somebody who won't stop. How do you beat somebody who doesn't quit? Who just won't quit no matter how many times you hit them? They won't stay down. No matter how many times you take everything from them, they get it back. How do you beat someone like that? The answer is you can't. You absolutely cannot. You cannot beat God, and you cannot beat us, because we are connected to God. And these people are all going to be realizing that very soon. So hang in there, chosen. Okay, y'all got this. Stay prayed up. I love you. God loves you. And I hope y'all have a great day.